Welcome to week 50 of the 52-week art journal journey. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care with my simple form of art journaling. One small art and journaling prompt each week for 1 year. This week we are going monochrome, black and white. You will need a shallow baking pan. I find these disposable ones ideal and inexpensive. I've also seen people use shoe boxes and other shallow cardboard boxes. You'll need a party paper or plastic cup and something we've never used before, marbles. I used 6. For this first part of this week's small art, we will use acrylic paint. As I do in all my videos, I'm using acrylic craft paint because it doesn't have to be expensive to reclaim your creativity. You'll also need a plastic spoon, though if you don't have plastic, you can rinse off and wash a metal spoon from your kitchen, and some sheets of paper. I am using simple printer paper, and I will be tearing it in half. You want your paper to fit in your pan without raising up on the edges so your marbles stay on top. Wow, my hands are a mess, but that's okay. I'm having fun making art. You can be neater than I was. If you'd like, you can use scissors or a paper cutter trimmer. You will need several sheets. How many will depend on you. You may need to add a little water to your paint, depending on the consistency. I did. Squirt some of the paint into your cup. If you can't swirl it a bit in the bottom of your cup, add a tiny amount of water. Put your marbles into the paint and get them thoroughly covered with paint. How you get your painting marbles onto your paper is up to you. I like to use the spoon to create a well-defined splat. I was trying to recreate the effect I'd gotten when I did this activity at the library where I work. Different paint, not quite the same results, but hey, it's all good. I'm running with what I got. Roll your marbles around. Watch all the fun designs you can create. Don't worry about making art messy. It's fun. If you have time, play around with and experiment doing this marble art in different ways. And why stop there? We will need more pieces of different types of mark making. Use your black paint, or if you decide, another color, to make different marks and designs. I am using the end of a paintbrush in a way similar to the way I used a branch in a past video. By pushing the end of the brush and even turning my hand a bit, you can't control it like you do a pen or a pencil. So the results can never be completely predictable. I love the way it can look like branches, which, if you ever really look at a tree or branches, they're not typically neat and tidy, which we also talked about in a past video. Play with seeing how you can use a typical tool in different ways, and also look around for objects that aren't typically art supplies, and make some marks with those too. I am using a simple orange juice cap to make some fun circles, but there are so many more options we have around the house. I had quite a bit of excess paint on my first marble print, so I used that as a sort of stamp pad for my circles. Have fun, experiment, make at least a little bit of a mess. I used tape to make stripes, and my messy, painty spoon to make new marks that couldn't quite be predicted. I also like to use as much things up as possible and not let them go to waste. So this was perfect to get rid of excess paint and create something I think is pretty cool looking. It reminds me of birds in flight in some places. What do you think? And what do you think you can come up with? I would love to see it. I still had paint left in my cup, so I covered a page and did some more asemic writing. I love this stuff. If you want to know more, check the link in the description for my asemic writing video. It is one of my most popular videos. A good tape peeling video can be so much fun or relaxing to watch. This tape peeling was not a good one, in part because I had left it overnight. The next step after making our papers, well, and after letting them dry, is choosing which of our papers to use together to create our journal page. I decided to make 4 journal pages. 2 2-page spreads, 1 with vertical stripes, and 1 with horizontal stripes. But because of the number of papers I made and the way I used them together, I had enough for another pair of horizontal stripe pages. To make my stripes, I decided to stick with the tearing, though it took me a moment to remember the usefulness of a ruler edge in tearing paper. Tear or cut your paper into the number of stripes you would like to have on your page, or collage with your papers in some other way. And back to the black and white thing. I know some of you are not going to want to stick with the black and white, but it can be such an attractive and bold, but also relaxing combination. I figured there may be some of you who, like me, need not just the relaxation and flow of some art time, but some quiet and calm in the chaos and color. As always, it's up to you to do this project the best way for you. And I hope you have some time to experiment with multiple ways. Relax, have fun with it, because that's what we do on the 52-week art journal journey. If you decide to share any of your small art on Instagram to encourage others to reclaim their creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care, tag me. You can find my creative self-care content at Better with Art, better.with.art. And I will still be keeping busy on Melinda Van Rye, my original Instagram, with my artwork, art inspiration, and art jewelry and other items that I am creating and selling. If you'd like to be among the first to know what is coming up for our next 52 weeks, check the link in the description to sign up for my email and also receive your invitation to join the private Facebook group. I am so glad you are here watching this video and giving me the opportunity to encourage you to take time to make some art. It's not a waste of time. Our mental health is important, and art is important to mental health. So let's make some art. Enjoy playing around with acrylic paint and check out past prompts for more inspiration. If you found value in this video, please give me a thumbs up, maybe a nice comment. I love reading them. Share, subscribe, and I'll be back next week with another video.